happy Thanksgiving. So those guys are still guys and gals and everybody else who are still stuffing turkeys in the ovens or waiting for it to come out. And for those who are grateful for just being grateful, being thankful. Yeah, that's me again. 12:53 in the afternoon, West Coast time. It's the 23rd of November, 2023. Give me coffee. It gets closer to Christmas. I'll be probably substituting it a little bit with a little bit more chocolate in it instead of just plain coffee for this morning. I have other videos are on, well, in storage right now of sorts. Not playing them just yet. Certain things and certain comments that other people have made that made me consider doing these videos, but then again, I had to reconsider it one more time. And as I tried to indicate to other people, my diary was basically a lifeboat. It wasn't a it wasn't designed to be a teaching method, just a lifeboat of my memories and feelings. And sometimes it came across as I'm too overly morbid or even too depressed. Even some people have asked if I was what my age was and if I actually had any health insurance or do I need any chemical imbalances that need to be balanced. I was almost tempted to throwing those videos into my channel, and I decided, nope, nope, no, 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 sleep on it, and slept on it. I did. You know, I guess people haven't gone through enough of theirs. I know they've already gone through their own trials and tribulations and decided in their own right and in their own way that they chose to fight for life and enjoy everything else and want people to be happy as such as they are, or try to be, or try to emulate it. But unfortunately, some people like me are still stuck, either by choice or by fate. And yeah, I've talked about my passage a lot of times, coming back to life as an emotional zombie. Not quite sure about looking at life in a better terms, even though my life may be a lot shortened these days. And yes, I have lost a lot of loved ones, have impacted me a great deal because of the investment I've made. Emotional investment into their lives, and they have into mine. And to lose such family members had made an emotional impact I hadn't realized. And the thing is, I kept myself closed off and walled off from those kind of feelings just because I had to survive, not enjoy life, not fully embracing it, only realizing how short and sweet life is sometimes. And yeah, for other people, like, well, then enjoy it, go YOLO. I'm like, but I've lost those that made a difference and an impact in my life, and I'm supposed to forget them. And the memories of them actually do have an impact in my life. They're bearing their place in my life, made a difference. And I don't want to look, uh, I don't want to lose that actually. And the love I had for them, a great deal of it, it still hurts to this day. I am who I am. I am who I am. I am made of my past. I'm dealing with my present and the future. I'll let the future decide because I have no control of it. What I do have control over is here and now. Some days I will wake up and I will enjoy life and I will appreciate it and smile at it and enjoy people's company. And there are going to be other days I'm going to be mourning like hell, and I'm going to be crying and grumbling like hell and talking about it. The things I notice about my family is they never talked about that level. They wanted to make sure that other people understood that, yeah, they're okay, and they want to show the smiling face like crazy. And I keep thinking, that's them. They're making their decisions, and I'm morbid. I'm like looking at Wednesday Adams, the character, how morbidly depressed she looked. She was trying to deal with reality on its own ugly level, apparently. And nobody liked that, but except they are drawn to this character. Why is that? Why is this level of theoretical darkness is so fascinating to a lot of people that they are drawn, they're attracted to this? I don't know. But they always did say that opposites attract. Maybe a lot of people just don't understand the darkness of their own nature sometimes, especially when they're dealing with pain, intimacy, loss of people, loss of life. I'm not promoting it. I'm not saying, look at this, you have to feel this, you have to do this. No, I'm saying that this is my life, my channel. This is how I'm looking at things at this point over here. And if I am doing the best I can, then I'm trying to do the best I can. This is a day to be thankful and grateful. And there are times in our situations that we're not grateful and not thankful for it because we are reminded life doesn't play favorites and doesn't play shortcuts. It does the long term. We don't know what it is. We're not supposed to. We're supposed to deal with every second of our life, every nanosecond, every little increment of time that we measure. I made investments into the people I cared about, and a lot of people are either passed away or moved on and no longer here. And I still have to look forward to other people that come into my life that may or may not add to my life in one form or fashion. 16 weeks in a college classroom. You'd be surprised which people that you would probably think about and who would actually think about you when you come to a place of discussion and feel like, okay, in this short time of span, they actually made a difference in my life and didn't even realize it. A brief few seconds of interaction will do something. And in that course of time, it may have given that particular moment, that particular person, what he or she needs, what they need to continue on. Even a longer, even a longer conversation with them may have had something to the lives of both individuals. I found that this week. I didn't realize I was cultivating a friend until at the end of the class. And then realized that I probably won't ever see him again, or maybe if I do, probably on campus next term. Then that's cool. That still adds something to something here. It's been said that leaving an empty chair as a custom or a reminder of people who are not here with you right now. Yeah. I've got chairs, I've got places full, not of people, but of things on them. Because there are no places over here for people to sit down and only that a dog can lay around. And there are boxes of stuff I have to keep out on a constant basis. A reminder of myself of the world I live in right now. People think it's easy just to make the immediate change of changing attitudes for the better, for the positive. Well, maybe. Realizations have to come in their own time, in their own fashion, in their own form. Even if you keep shouting and screaming that you want them to change, and you have to ask yourselves, why are you pushing this? And I kept coming across that particular statement and that particular reason for me doing this particular video, and the other ones I've got locked up already. That would have been addressing this in a little bit more harsher attitude. And I said I didn't apologize for it either in those videos. No, because I hold true to it. I have to. I have to be true to myself. See, one thing I can't understand is why people try to force values and their feelings, trying to push me into their way of thinking or feeling at this point over here. Join in the fun. You have to be happy, though, to do that. We cannot stand unhappy people. Then again, I guess they don't understand that other people probably choose it because of fate or by design, by free will. One particular person shared with me how they died and came back to life and enjoying life because they found out how precious it is. I did. The problem is, at the age of 4 years old, you don't have the context or perspective. And the only thing I kept looking at was, trying to enjoy life, and I kept getting myself to be more and more accident prone, where I keep visiting the doctor more often to increase my own miserable outlook of life. To the point where it's kind of scared me to the point of going to see a therapist in my adult age regarding a thing and not trusting the medical establishment. But do I blame that on my lack of concern for my health, or am I blaming that because other things are motivating it? I don't know. I know there's fear. I know there's distress. And is, a lot of it's there. Other people say, well, I trust my doctor. I trust this. I trust that. I grew up in a world not trusting, unfortunately. And neighbors will talk with each other concerning about how their lives are going on a day and all throughout their life. It's nice to hear such conversations from people because they're still looking at life as something worth living and existing in. But the question for myself, am I going to be permanently encased in this, mentally and physically at the same time? Am I going to start lying to myself that life is lousy or is life beautiful, depending on someone else's interpretation and personal insistence? Say I'm a lost cause. Well, lost cause for who? For them or for me? Each of us have to look at the decisions we've made, the choices we've made, the choices to be made. If I'm going to be trying to enjoy life, it means I got to be denying anything else. Yes, I will have the fluctuations of pain, of grieving, and of mourning. Only because I have put that much into it. And I may be what they call stuck on stupid. Well, for them, I may be stupid because I don't fail to see their logic or their reasoning. But if I happen to look at a nice day and I'm seeing cloud patterns left and right, on a clear, sunny day, it just doesn't tell me much. But give me some overcast on this one. Give me some overcast. Not just a stray, but, oddly shaped patterns that'll make people like, huh? And I'll be like, where's my camera? I'm going to take pictures. If I happen to see maybe one lone cloud going across the sun, and it may be in the middle of the day, and if I happen to see any strange atmospheric things coming out of it, well, isn't that worth a picture? Even in my math class, trying to understand concepts that the professor is trying to educate our students, that younger minds are grasping on this because they're dealing with science and mathematics more than I am. I am I appreciate science. I appreciate what it is, and that math sometimes drives it. Drives people into understanding why science is, what nature is. But how I look at things is a different point of view, and I have to look with a different eye. I have to see things beyond a page of problems. I have to look. I have to look at different things. And then I have to capture the moment when it's right. And then I can share that online and know that I captured that. But for a long while, the images will stick in my head. Reminders for a fleeting moment, time, and space. I could be happy. I could feel a bit of joy. And at times when I've been spending it with other people that I care about and are suddenly gone, yeah, that does make me depressed as hell. Consider it as when we put the investment into those that we care about. We're making a bid for safety and security, stability, normalcy. What we're mourning is the chaos and confusion that's happening around us, that we have lost our stability of how and why suddenly gone. And we're dealing with the questions of trying to deal with things. Am I supposed to be feeling happy and joyful and living life, especially when chaos confusion happens? And I'm supposed to be happy about this when it was causing me misery and pain, I wonder? The people that I cared about in my life that I made such a struggle with, they matter to me. They had mattered to me in my life. And I have to talk about it. I have to celebrate their life one way or another. And at times when I try to celebrate and discuss their life, it hurts. It hurts. Because I had made the emotional and personal investment of putting my life into theirs. And their disappearance in it puts a hole in that. And yeah, that's me shaking it. They're gone. They're here and they're gone. Think of this one. We're all on a stage, or waiting to be put on a stage. But every one of us has this spotlight that's only lasting for a short time. We live in it and we die in it. The rest of the time we're out in the audience because that's where we're being. We're watching everything else. But even in the spotlight, with other spotlights happening that either merge with us or not merge with us, and either we're comfortable with it or we get used to it. We don't see the audience. We're only seeing what's on stage. And when they're gone, they're gone. And if they had made that a kind of an impact, we got it imprinted in ourselves that either adds or subtracts to us. We either got used to it and become normalized, accustomed to it, stabilized with it. We familiarized ourselves with it. We were emotional with them. and then they're suddenly gone. And the only thing that's left is shadows, memories, maybe a place in the ground that they were there and then suddenly gone. We have to hold on to that because if they mean that much to us, we struggle to hold on to it because of what it meant to us. We can look at death one way and say it's beautiful on the other side, but we fail to look at the life that we've already left or they've left behind and how what kind of an emotional impact that meant. We are not allowed to feel that. We're not allowed to emote that because it might upset other people. You know what? Things happen. Said before, I've lived a life. It doesn't mean I'm looking forward to the afterlife at this point over here. I'm still living. I'm still breathing. I'm still existing. And physically, I'm still in pain. And emotionally, I'm still screwed up. But there are times that I can actually honestly appreciate just a brief glimpse of beauty that attracts my soul. And I have to hold on to that memory because if I can't hold on to the substance, I have to hold on to the memory that adds to me one way or another. It may drive me a bit mad, but you know what? What's wrong with a little insanity? We're all unstable anyway. A day of Thanksgiving. We have to be grateful for what we've had and what we have, who we have, and for why. It means they added something to us and we've added something to them. We put investment into it. We put ourselves into it. I still look outside. I still see life. I still see wind blowing because I see the effects in the trees. I hear people running around, young youth, crazy people. And it's a day of smells. Probably in other people's places of living. They are cooking, making massive or making small quantity, but something. Something to share with others or to share with themselves. Something of a meal to remember, or maybe a memory to forget. A living one, or one that only exists in our hearts and our minds. We're encouraged, as I said before, to leave a chair empty, which means I have to move stuff up from one chair and put it into another chair, or another area that makes it more cluttered. But it looks like I'll have no choice to do that because now I have to invite those who are beyond in the audience to come up on the stage to witness, to witness. Witness to the passage and how much the passage had been devastating in a way. How much they meant something to us. We could be angry at it, but for me, I mourn, I grieve, I cry. I long. See, that's the thing concerning about people who are just saying YOLO and we gotta focus on right now because that's all they can think about is right now. Had they made a difference? Did it hurt? If it hurts, they made a difference. If they didn't make a difference, it doesn't hurt, does it? It's part of being human, part of being alive. I have to deal with that on a constant basis. I have to look at it. I look at an embodiment on four legs. It constantly waits for me to keep paying attention to her. And I pay attention to her. And I love her a great deal. Because in this world, in this time, in this moment, she means the world. Because she is my world. And when her presence is no longer there, I'll feel it. So, a thankful, grateful day of memories of the past, good and bad. Those that made a difference in my life, good and bad. Of life itself right now, which is complex. About tomorrow, I don't know. It's not the past and it's not the present. So I will leave tomorrow alone. The past I cannot change. It is only today that I am grateful for being alive, awake, somewhat, and hungry. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's hope these observations, these thoughts, don't exactly weigh you down as you consume your favorite pie.